What up, though? And welcome to Let's Side Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt Steele. Today is Wednesday, Hump Day, baby. July 13th, 2022. On deck for today's show. Who will be the RB1 for the Lions when the season starts? Craig Ragnow got snubbed by an ESPN NFL writer, and Coach Jones wants to know who is the best player on the Lions. But before we get into all that, y'all know what it's time to do. It's time to bring in the rest of the crew. Man, he is the player who gave Zach Wilson all of his game. It's my man, LL Cool. What's going on, my dude?
Is that a good thing, huh? Good morning. What's up, Prowl Nation? And good morning, I guess.
Man, and press off that 7-on-7 last night with the Jackson Northwest Mounties. It's my man, who?
Sleeping in. Who is Coach Mike Jones? What's going on, Lions fans?
Let's get this thing started
Right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions talk, baby.
Welcome to Detroit.
Welcome back, folks. Now, Curt still got something. He got something juicy for us, man. Let us know what it is, Curt.
All right, the inspiration for today's main course came from my guy over at Woodward Sports, Corey Woods. He posted a Twitter video the other day. He said he was convinced that Jamal Williams would be the starting running back for the Detroit Lions in 22. I'm like, huh? So he said, man, Williams has slimmed down noticeably, looked good in OTAs. And this was coming off of the heels of another video he did about what he expected from DeAndre Swift for the upcoming season. He said that he feels like Swift should be healthy enough to play at least 14 games and have 1,400 all-purpose yards. That's about 800 yards rushing and 600 yards receiving. He said that. I'm like, okay, he's convinced that Jamal Williams will be the running back one again for the Lions. Okay. All right, young fella. Here's my take on that. I think Swift is coming to the season in the best shape of his career. And I think he will be sturdier this season in Detroit. I think that Williams and Swift will be a great 1-2 punch in the league, and as they were when they were healthy last year. But I think that the young fella got it wrong. And DeAndre Swift, now let's be honest, DeAndre Swift is head and shoulders a better running back than Jamal Williams. Period, point blank.
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm not crapping on Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams is good. He's a solid running back. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's not as talented as DeAndre Swift. All right. And then people are on here, and some people in the comments have said, oh, Swift can't run between the tackles. Well, the Lions didn't really call a lot of plays for him to run inside. I watched the guy run between the tackles in college at Georgia, because you ain't gonna be a running back at Georgia and not run between the tackles. I'm just saying. Yeah. Period, point blank. He can run between the tackles. The Lions just didn't utilize him as that. And one reason why is because of who the offensive coordinator was last year at the start of the season. Who was it? Anthony Lynn. And who did Anthony Lynn favor? Jamal Williams. Who was the starting running back because of Anthony Lynn? Jamal Williams. Who's not here anymore? Anthony Lynn. Who's going to be the starter? DeAndre Swift. Here's my thing. If you look at the two people side to side, right? I know LL sitting up. Has anyone said when he's healthy, Jamal Williams can be a top 5 running back in the league? Absolutely not. Has they said the same thing about DeAndre Swift? They have. There's articles out there posting, if he's healthy, he could be one of the top 5 backs in the NFL. So, bruh, I don't know what you talking about, Corey Woods. You my dude, man. Hey, you my man, 50 grand. If you see me in the street, say what up, though. But for this one, I got to disagree. My man, DeAndre Swift, going to be the running back one coming into the season. That's just how it's going to be. I just don't see how it is any other way. Jamal Williams is good, but he's not a starting running back. He wasn't even starting running back in Green Bay. I'm sorry, dog. It's got to be DeAndre Swift. What y'all got?
Man, that was well put, Curt. That was well put. I know LL probably gonna feel a little hostility because you're talking about Anthony Lynn, his play cousin.
You damn right.
But I mean, you gotta think, man. DeAndre Swift, he's if not top 5, he's at least top 8 talented running back in the NFL, man. And if he can, but the only thing is when healthy. And when you use that, you use the asterisk next to it. So I feel where he's talking about when he's like the more healthy guy and things like that, man. But when it just comes to pure talent, come on, man. DeAndre Swift is that guy. What you got, LL?
I mean, of course, I agree. I think that DeAndre Swift should be running back 1. But I just don't like how you brought Anthony Lynn into that. I don't know. We can blame him for that. Y'all try to blame him for everything. Especially with y'all's play cousin Jared Goff, when he was doing whatever the hell he was doing and making the wrong decisions, all of a sudden Anthony Lynn fought. I tell you what, I'm not gonna make that joke, but it's not Anthony Lynn's fault, and it won't be Anthony Lynn's fault this year while DeAndre Swift is starting and everything like that. I think that maybe they started Jamal Williams because obviously started the season probably more healthy and everything like that, and just ready to roll and whatever in the hell. But DeAndre Swift being RB1 this year.
Yeah, man. Hey, but much love to my dude, and shout out to my man Corey Woods over there at Woodward Sports, man. He does his thing. I like my dude over there. Yeah. He does very good work over at Woodward Sports, man. And he's a school trained journalist. So don't get it twisted about Corey Woods and what he does over there, because he does his thing. And I think he's undervalued over there at Woodward Sports. Hey, man, y'all know how we do it. If you like the video, you know what I'm saying, hit the like button, share it. If you haven't done so already, why haven't you done so? Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. What you waiting on? It's free. It's free. If you need more free, it's free 99 and 50 free cent. So with all that being said, the family discussion topic for today: who will be the Lions RB1? Leave us a comment in the comment section. Y'all know y'all gonna answer it in the chat of the premiere, but in the comment section, drop us a line about that. Who you think will be the RB1, or just comment on the show in general. And, say, you know how we do it. We read 6 of those things later on in the show. We call it the comment card. So go ahead, man, and go ahead and drop us a comment. Now, it's time for my guy, right? Y'all know him, man. And like I said, man, he is the reason why my man Zach Wilson got all the game, man. Hey, lock up your aunties. It's my man. LL Cool. What's going on, man? What you got for today?
Shouts out to the guy, Zach Wilson. I was not familiar, but Curt and Coach Mike put me on. So shout out to Zach Wilson. But my topic, we are going to just speak about, well, actually, I want to ask the question. It was Frank Ragnow snubbed by ESPN's top 10 interior offensive lineman list. I'm going to read a little bit of the article that comes from PrideOfDetroit.com. And it just says, over the past week, ESPN has been running its annual top 10 position list for 2022 NFL season. These lists are not opinions of ESPN writers, but rather a result of sampling from NFL executive coaches, scouts, and players. All week, ESPN ran down the top 10 players at defensive positions, and surprisingly, no Detroit Lions made the list or even got a nod in the honorable mention section. However, on Sunday, ESPN dipped into the offense, and they started with the position Lions could have a couple contenders for the top 10 ranking, and that's interior offensive lineman. Center Frank Ragnow earned second-team All-Pro in 2020, and left guard Jonah Jackson earned the Pro Bowl nod last season. Unfortunately, both were snubbed by NFL writers, as neither made the top 10 list. So with that being said, not real sure if Frank Ragnow is necessarily a snub, and it's because, and it just read a little bit more. It says it's a little less excusable to exclude Ragnow from the list. Last year, Ragnow was 4th on the list, ranking the highest center in the NFL. Ragnow's drop this year was likely entirely based on him missing 13 games last season due to a foot injury. That seems like a poor excuse to drop someone from 4 out of top rankings entirely, especially since the injury is not expected to impact Ragnow at all this year, and he's still 26 years old. That said, Ragnow did get an honorable mention in the piece and got high praise from an anonymous NFL scout. So with that last part, that's why I wanted to make sure to put that in there, because to me, that's a good enough reason why, or that exactly points to the reason why he didn't make the list, is because he missed 13 games. But I do believe I like these types of things personally, because like, let's say if you don't make the list, you do make the list. If you're not satisfied with your spot, however it goes, it could be motivation to go forward. So we already know what we got in Frank Ragnow here. Like they say, last year, he was voted the best center in the entire league, and he got snubbed. So just imagine what a maybe pissed off Frank Ragnow is going to do with a little bit of more help around him. So, if you just imagine, like, if you see that one guy who don't talk shit until his homies get there, this guy going to talk shit alone, and then he got homies with him. So I expect the offensive line and Frank Ragnow to be pretty damn vicious this year. So what do you guys think about Frank Ragnow, or Frank Ragnow not making the list this year, or any defense or any offense or any Detroit Lions not making the offensive list or interior offensive line? You know what I'm trying to say? Interior offensive line.
I got you, Doc. I got you. So I'm on a quote, one of my all-time favorites, she's always going to be my Grace Carey picture of her in my wallet, Miss Janet Jackson. And the NFL is, what have you done for me lately? Man, that dude missed a whole bunch of games, man. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with that? I would say this, Big Bank Frank, that's what I called him, man. Had the best year in his league in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like LL said, man, the dude was the second team All-Pro, made the Pro Bowl after he got that nice contract extension for the Lions. However, he was on the shelf, man, with that foot injury almost the entire season, man. He's going to have to play at an elite level again to be ranked in the top 5 of interior offensive linemen again. He's just going to have to go out on the field and prove it. That's just what he's going to have to do. We know he can do that in the middle of the offensive line, man. He's got to stay healthy. He get on the field, man, he's going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? You can't put somebody on the top of a list who ain't on the damn field. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And, he only played in 4 games last year. Frank Ragnow going to be okay. He'll be back at the top of that list once he gets back on the field. He's the captain of our offensive line, and I'm not worried about that list because he'll be right back in the top of it next year. What you got, Coach Mike?
Yeah, I'm a third that, man. From what 4 games he played, I mean, you can't really put the guy on a very top of a list when you only play 4 games. So it's just due. So but he has a chance to get back on that. Now we'll revisit that at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see where he is, and then we can talk about him getting snubbed. But as long as he's an honorable mention, at least somebody says something about him being on that list is good enough for me, man, because he missed 13 games. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying? You missed 3/4 of the season. So yeah, man, I'm good with it, man. I ain't worried about it. Frank the Tank gonna do what he do.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Right. And they said that he did have an honorable mention, of course. But if you like this content, share this content, please, to your Lions fans out there. Send it to your friends. Send it to your homies. If you got a Packers fan in the family, send it to him too, because we're going to whoop that ass this year as well. Fuck the Packers. But share it to all you Lions fans. Leave us a comment. Please join the discussion. Like and subscribe. Get us to 4K. We are still on that march, trying to get us to 4K. We actually I want us to get to 1 million, but you got to get to 4K before you get to 1 million. So go ahead and help us get there. What do you got? What else do you have for us, Curt?
All right, man, you know what you got to do, man. We got to pay some bills right now, man. Go on over to fanatics.com, rocking that Lions hat. You know what I'm saying? I always get my fresh lids over there at fanatics.com. So go ahead, click the link in the description below, and a portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow the content on this channel. Hey, I'm rocking my Roll Up shirt today for my man, Lion Man. His link in the description below. If you want to get yourself some Roll Up gear to help the American Cancer Society of Michigan, go on there and click the link in the description below. You know how we do it. If you want to get yourself some Lions on the Prowl gear, go to lionsontheprowlshop.com. If you want to get yourself some LNU gear, go to lnushop.com. Speaking of LNU, they're helping us bring this show. So go on over to Lions Nation Unite, man, and download the app in your Google, Android, or Apple App Store. If you want to go for your web browser, just put in lionsnationunite.com. It is your one-stop shop. All the content creators for the Detroit Lions are over there. And it's the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fan. I look forward to hanging out with you guys in the chat, especially on game day, you know what I'm saying? And then meeting some of the people from the app when they come down to Carolina this year. So it is time to kind of, you know what I'm saying? He was busy yesterday. He was down there getting all pumped up and fired up. You know what I'm saying? He was just getting it in yesterday. Let's kick it to my man. Who?
It's Coach Jones, and it's time for me to ask y'all the question for not only Curt and LL, but for y'all out there. Y'all can leave a comment. Who is the Lions' best player right now? Okay, and I'm just gonna go through a list of a couple of guys that they have up here. This comes from the Lions Wire. Jeff Risdon over there. He threw up a poll, and so a few of the players he have is Moxie Foxy, Jack Fox. I don't know. He got him number one. Jared Goff, TJ Hockenson, Aiden Hutchinson, Amani Warrior, Frank Ragnow, Penei Sewell, DeAndre Swift, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Tracy Walker. And then he has a box for other, I don't know who the hell you would pick other than them. But, yeah, man. But so who do you feel is the Lions' best player? And I'm going to go last. Y'all can go first. Who y'all got?
All right. So speaking of that poll, I pulled up the numbers to see who everyone is kind of picking right now, and I'm gonna make my selection. But up first with 54% is Frank Ragnow. Coming in next at 11% is Penei Sewell. Then we got Amon-Ra St. Brown coming in at 7%. Fox is at 6%. Hockenson is at 4%. Swift at 4% as well. Hutchinson is at 3%. Goff 2%. The other is at 2%, and then you got Amani Warrior coming in at 1%, and Tracy Walker getting a whole half of a percent. A whole half of a percent. Now, with all that being said, who is the best player on the Lions right now? Two guys kind of stick out to mind for me. Two young players who had really good seasons last year, and one of them was Penei Sewell, you know what I'm saying, the first round draft pick, and you have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Those two guys had outstanding seasons last year. Who am I going to go with? Am I going to go with Penei Sewell? I'm going to go to Amon-Ra St. Brown. I may have to go with the big fella, Penei Sewell. I think he is the right now, based on the performance from last year and what his potential is for this year. I think he's the best player on the Lions right now. Will it be Frank Ragnow? If he returns to his elite form, I believe he can be. But right now, I'm going with my man Penei Sewell. You know, I say his name all country, but Penei Sewell is for me the best player on the Lions right now.
That is not a bad pick. I'm gonna go with who we spoke about earlier, getting snubbed or whatever from the top 10 list. I'm gonna go with Frank Ragnow. And it may be, I guess, based upon past performances, but I do like your reason. I don't disagree with what you said, Curt. But my pick is I'm going with Frank the Tizank.
Okay. Boy, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I'm a Wolverine. I'm picking Aiden Hutchinson.
Will Harris.
Aiden Hutchinson. No. Aiden Hutchinson, man. He ain't even played an NFL snap yet, but I'm telling you right now, from the motor that he has, from the motivation that he has, his want, his hunger, his passion, from what we seen in college, transferring to the pros, and Detroit being kind of like a nesting spot to help him grow that intensity, it got to be Aiden Hutchinson, man. It got to be. I understand why, he ain't played yet, so people are like, I don't know about him, dog, but hey, telling you, at the end of the year, y'all can be like, that boy, Aiden Hutchinson was fooling out there. So,
all right, we're running tape. We're running tape back, but you said that that's the reason why he couldn't be number one for me, because he hadn't played a snap yet in the NFL. So if you asked me who the best player on the Wolverines was last year, I would have said Aiden Hutchinson, but not on the Lions this year, because he hasn't played an actual snap. For the team. Wolverine. Hey, I hold it down, man. I love my Michigan Wolverines, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it. All right, now it's time for all that stuff, man. But we want to get to what is my favorite segment of the show. And the reason being is that we pride ourselves in letting y'all voice be heard on the show, because we're fans like y'all and we want to hear what y'all got to say. So y'all know what time it is. It's time for the comment cards, baby. We got a couple of new people, or at least one in here, two people that's a new comments this week. We got Jay Scott, SKOP, says, appreciate the constant content, fellas. This show is a crucial part of my daily routine. Well, man, we appreciate that, brother. Okay, thanks for hanging out with us. On another note, it seems continuity is an overlooked aspect of quality O-line play. I feel you. And our guys are just starting to vibe. Ideally, this group stays together and is a steady, productive unit for years to come. Big V may have to take a little less scratch on the next contract, though if he wants to stick around. I believe that. He says Bobby Q isn't here to give him that tackle money anymore. That's 100%. He got tackle money to come to Detroit, and he's a guard.
You know,
It is what it is.
Good thing that he's here though, because like you said, he's a big part of our O-line. Michael Lewis says, I get what Coach Jones is saying. The team has to believe they have what it takes to win the first game and every game. But is it a must win? No. But I agree with it. It will be a measuring stick for what we got. That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I don't necessarily feel like it's a must win, but we need to perform and compete very well. You need to set the standard, whatever it is going forward. And I would like to get that win.
It's a must win. We competed against San Francisco. We ended up 3-13-1. Lionel Deuce Baggett says, even if we get blown out, we shouldn't lose all hope for a productive, even successful season. A bad showing week 1 is not necessarily indicative of season-long failure. However, in the interest of revenge of last year, I hope we beat those birdies into the ground. Yeah, man. I do too, man. I do too. That week 1 is a must win for me, man. It just is. I don't know. Maybe that's the coach in me.
Yeah, that probably is. All right. So Dustin Z. Now, because I think he directed this towards me. He says, I mean, no disrespect. But that's some same old Lions bull. We need to win. I'm tired of losing. DC would be disappointed to hear you say otherwise. First of all, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. I am not a same old Lions person. Period, point blank. I'm just saying you have to be realistic. If you don't win week 1, it'll be the same old Lions thing. If you say week 1 is a must win and we lose and you lose all faith in the rest of the season because we didn't win week 1. Come on now. And do you talking about DC? Come on, man. Do you think Dan Campbell? No, I'm not saying I want the Lions to lose. Damn. I'm just saying it must win. You're taking my words and saying I think the Lions should lose or will lose. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's not a must win. Saying something's not a must win and saying that they will lose is two totally different things. So don't put me in the same old Lions type of mind frame, because that's not me. You know what I'm saying? That's far from me. I've never been that one of those same old Lions kind of cat. You know what I'm saying? But to saying that something's not a must win is not saying that I hope the team loses. I want the team to win every damn game. Come on, man. Give me my just due. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Curt. If you listen to me, you would listen and you would know that I'm not a same old Lions guy. What you got, LL?
I don't like how same old Lions has become almost a slur. Like, it's just like used to, if you say something somebody don't agree with, then that's just some same old Lions. I need to shut y'all ass up. Loud Shaw says, must win to set the tone for the rest of the season, I hope. I agree. I want the win to start the season, everything, but just like Curt said, it'll be some of that old stuff if we put all this pressure into game 1 and then we lose and then the sky is falling type shit. So yeah, thanks for the comment, Loud Shaw.
Right on. Grand Deer 12 says, I see you, Coach Jones, who beating up on that punching bag on your YouTube channel. You know how it is. Beating up that bag like it stole your wallet. Eat, big dog. Yeah, man. I was just doing that, man, because it's been about 2-3 years now since I've been in the ring, man. I just want to show I still got the hands, bro. I still, I really don't have time to train like I want to, so I'm not gonna take a fight, even though some fights been offered to me on a last minute kind of. I'm not gonna do that no more. I'm not as young as I used to be to kind of do that. But yeah, man, I still yeah. It is what it is. But if you like this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, have your homeboys come over, y'all get them set the laptops, do what y'all do on your phones, make sure they're different accounts, and and help us get this content down to more Lion fans like yourself. But next up, we got Curt.
All right, man. Y'all know what it is. It's time for what y'all call everyone else's favorite segment. I know Grand 012 always likes this segment. It's called Dessert with your man Curt. It's brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Go on over to Delightful Bites on the Facebook page, links in the description. If you don't do the Facebook thing, you can go over and check it out on Instagram or TikTok, man, and you will see all that lovely dessert footage over there. If, like I said, man, if you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. Hey, our condolences from Detroit Lions on the Prowl go out to the family of former Lions and Michigan coach Gary Muller, who passed away earlier this week, man. You know, he coached both teams. He was very successful as a Michigan head coach, and he coached the Lions, I believe, for like one season. He was the Lions assistant linebacker coach from 97 to 2000, as well as the interim head coach for in 2000 for the last 7 games of the season. So, I mean, Gary Muller, man, he is one of the best to ever do it, coaching for both teams, man. So our condolences go out to the family of Gary Muller, man. So from us right here, Detroit Lions on the Prowl, to the Muller family, we are so sorry for your loss. And with that being said, yeah, man, and you Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. Now it's time to go ahead and do that. What they call the clown walk, because we ain't no Crips over here. We're gonna clown walk on over to that Wall of Fame, man. You know what I'm saying? I see who hanging out
for yourself, Curt.
man. Hey, and it is the Wall of Fame. The Gold Members meeting is today at 3 p.m. Check the community tab for the link, man. Come and hang out if you are a Gold member. If you want to go ahead and join that and come hang out with the crew, go on over and upgrade that membership to Gold. All right, so bronze members, we got my man, Detroit Drew over there. We got John Kapler, Jimbo G, my man, the Flintstone himself, Mr. The king of everything, because he's the everything king. You got my man, Raw Business. Dan Spanos is in the building, as always. Joseph Carter and Shano the Insano. For our silver members, we got my man, Jason Portis, the Batman of the 313, Mr. Scotty the Bear, Shannon Peck, Henry Wallace, and Go Lions. All right, for our Gold members, who I said before has a meeting today, 3 p.m. We got the Jazzy one, Mr. Paul Giroux, be always hanging out with us in the Gold members meeting. Man, we got my man, the Dr. Detroit, be kicking it with us over there in the Gold members meeting. The Lionel of Douchebagia, who missed the last couple, but come in, hang out with us today. Mr. Reliable himself, who always in the building, Michael Hook, and Mr. Rough and Raw himself, North and Ken. Man, stay safe on those roadways, my brother. You know he trucks out there. So that is the Gold members. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, go ahead and click that join now button in the description. Now it's time for final thoughts right quick. My man, my mellow. You know what I tell you, get on the mic, because you know you eat Jello. LL, what you got for today?
Well, on this What Up Though Wednesday, of course, you know, be kind, enjoy yourself some dollar conies, but it's a great big old full moon. I know it was last night. I believe it's going to be tonight as well. You know, light a candles, light a incense, and a good prayer up, you know, have a peaceful evening.
Right on. Hey, we just finished our 7-on-7 last night, man. We was looking good, boy. We was looking good. We was looking good, man. We right where we want to be right now. I'm talking about the Jackson Northwest Mounties. Them boys had swag out there. They was walking like, you know, like I'm like, okay, I see y'all, man. Hey, y'all better get ready, because we want to do some things this year, man. So shout out to the Jackson Northwest Mountie players that played in that 7-on-7 last night. We was playing against 2 other schools I'm not gonna mention, because we dog walked y'all. So yeah, man. Listen, hey, I'm just gonna say what it is, man. I don't hold no punches, you know me. So yeah, man. Shout out to them, man.
All right. So hey, man, you know, for today, it is Wednesday, hump day, baby. And like my man said, get you a good old, you know what I'm saying, washing it out of your pocket and get yourself a dollar corner today, man. But for everyone, man, it's Wednesday's hump day. We've had about 10 meetings today, this week. They could have been emails. So go ahead, take a deep breath. If you're getting a little overwhelmed, take a step back. Woosah. and go ahead and get refocused and get on back to the job at hand. But if you need some help, don't be afraid to ask, because like I've always told you, man, asking for help, even if it's not with work, if it's just even a mental health thing, always ask for help, because asking for help is a sign of strength and not a sign of weakness, man. So go ahead and get yourself some help. But man, it's Wednesday, man. I know it. Hump day is here. And shout out to my man again, Corey Woods over there with Sports, man, for putting that good content out there. Hey, like I tell you, man, say what up, though, when you see me in the street. But with all that being said, I know y'all had them dollar conies or whatever y'all was eating. You know what I'm saying? Get them crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. But my fellas, LL and Coach Mike Jones, baby, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.